Black family? This is Super Mike 2164. Long time no hear from on YouTube. What's up, Facebook? What's up, Twitter? We're going to get into it a little bit, just real quick. So make sure y'all press the thumbs up, share this message. If you're on YouTube, if you're on all the platforms, you can go ahead and follow me on the other platforms. So make sure y'all go over there to Facebook. You can go over there to Twitter. That way you won't have to be interrupted. I also upload on Vimeo, Twitch. So if you already follow that stuff, go ahead and type in Super Mike or Michael Akiba Farad. Right now, I need you to press the like button. Just do it. Press it. It's fine. It's going to be a nice, easy one today. I don't need no more strikes. And yeah, I'm being censored. We're all being censored on these platforms. Whatever these platforms say not to say, you won't hear it. They're controlling your ear gates. Also known as Thought Patrol. So basically, I just want to get into this real quick. Black folks, we always thinking we got more options than we do. And the thing is, you don't have options if you want to survive. Now, of course, you have the option of life and death. You can just die, right? You can die a slow death. You can die a faster death. But, the thing is, our ignorance is going to be the death of us in these days and time. Our ignorance, our stupidity, our lack of information, and our willingness to avoid information. And so let's get into a couple of little stories just to touch base on. I'm going to share this screen, guys. Like I said, please press the thumbs up button for me. We want to go ahead and spread some information. Just so, just to try to open our eyes, because really the most important thing nowadays is really actually to opening the eyes of the Black people, because it's going to take us to open our eyes for us to see that we could easily save ourselves, but we have to have the right mentality. It literally boils down to our mentality. So I'm showing you this because showing you that even 91 years ago, it's like this world, this society never served us. See, you have a civilization in order to enhance your ability to survive as a human being, as enhance the ability of people to kind of move forward in the world, to express all of the gifts that God has put inside of us. You need an infrastructure around you, supporting freedom, justice, to do the right things. You have to have the freedom to do the right things and good things. And, you have to have the equality. You don't want to be, set behind other people just because of the color of your skin and stuff like that. So we had to comport ourselves in a way to survive an unjust, unfree, and, a society that sits up here and tries to sabotage us every second of the day, every time of the year. We had to adjust ourselves just to survive that crap. So we're on autopilot. But now, since the society that was, oppressing us is no longer able to support itself anymore because it's just basically rotting. It's rotting. It's not able to survive any longer on falsehood and lies. That's what falsehood and lies look like. We got to start doing this stuff for ourselves. And if you want to survive, you really don't have an option. That's the issue. Black folks still think they got the option to vote, and it's going to magically give them something better. Your money is becoming worthless. Gas is high. You're being murdered for fun, and nobody's hardly being forced to pay for it. And when people murder us, we have to protest just to get half a bit of, decency or justice. So 91 years ago, they're going to give this man an exoneration after they killed him. 91 years ago. This is the world we live in. It's basically like F you, N-words. Black teen executed 91 years ago receives posthumous exoneration. What is that going to do for us? But anyway, let's keep it going. But it's good for the historical record. So this is good. I'm not saying it's not good. Even if you got killed, that's the benefit of a society. Even if you got killed, the society and justice demands that documented your death be balanced. So his family was represented by his defense attorney's great grandson. So that's another thing. So Alexander McKay Williams was 16 when he was sentenced to death for the murder of his teacher in 1930. Now, nearly 100 years later, the murder charge has been vacated, and Williams was exonerated, according to ABC 6 News. Defense attorney Robert Keller called the situation racial profiling, but the execution of an innocent black boy reflects something even more sinister about this justice system. Stop claiming it's ours. It's not ours. It's not yours. You don't control it. You don't own it. It's not yours. Okay? You don't even control it. Even if you didn't own it, let's say you had a house and you were renting. You could say that's your house because you kind of controlled it because you lived in it. Now, the owner could take procedures to put you out, all that kind of thing. But, until he does that, you can actually say it's your house because you control it. But we don't control this justice system. We don't own this justice system. Stop claiming that it's ours. That tricks your mind. Per ABC report, Williams was executed 6 months after his conviction. Right away, just killed him. Just like was that Peyton Gendron. He should be dead by now. But we'll see what happens there. As you may have assumed, the victim, judge, and jury are all white. Delaware County District Attorney Jack Stolzheimer said Williams was browbeaten. He looks like that looked like a needle. And he looks just sad. I mean, he didn't do anything wrong. And they're going to kill him. He's sitting in that seat for no reason. So they said that he was browbeaten into giving a confession. Sounds like the exonerated 5. Sounds like a lot of other cases. All right, so this is standard procedure. So we see that in different periods of time. ABC 6 says Alexander Williams' only living sibling, his sister Susan Carter, testified surrounded by the support of her family, hopeful for an exoneration. See? Then like I said, that's the benefit of having a family. That's the benefit of having a group. You have to support and make your group more powerful. Black people, you don't really have an option if you want to survive. Your memories survive. If someone gets you, then they can't get us all. We fight for you. You fight for us. That's what's called B1. That's what's called doing for your group, doing for yourself, and doing for righteousness. So that's what we need to understand there. So I'm just going through that just to show you that's a case. Now we fast forward to nowadays. We got family of Pennsylvania Army veteran. The family has to fight for you. So that means you must have did something good. That's why you take care of your family. And then we want to start having our people have love just like family, our community. So if our community, it has the same kind of love that a normal family would have for its members, then that's how you get global respect, because you mess with one of those millions of people, all of those damn people are going to fight for that person and for the justice of that person. Not like what we got right now. Everybody think, oh, I'll do it myself. I don't need nobody. I got my gun. I can do it myself. I do it myself. I do everything myself. That ain't working here. Stop it. You don't have an option. You better fight for justice for your people, and you better look for ways to increase the love among yourself, your families, and your people. That's what the smart people will do. That's the only options you got. Or you just die coon's death. You can die a death of, ignorance and craziness. So let's keep moving. And this brother, family of Don Perez, seeks answers after his body was found hanging in a park in Pennsylvania. Okay, so this man right here, this brother, he was hanging in a park, found hanging. That's what they say, found hanging. By who? They just found people hanging. That's just weird to the way they do stuff to me. So Jones was found in a park by a passerby. They called the police, who later told Jones' mother, Latina Dean, that the case was closed and ruled a suicide. So, these what is the point of police? They don't solve crimes. I mean, people are shooting left and right. They kill people. They're criminals. We don't need them. We don't really have the option. If we want to survive, we have to start developing our own ability to respond and deal and produce the justice that we want. We need to really abolish police. These police, it needs to be completely abolished. And I know most of you guys who are thinking you're tied to this world, well, we can't do that right away. Well, not really. But the point is, what are they doing for you? They're not doing anything. Right now, literally right now, you're exposed to any sort of injustice. Your case not going to be solved. What are you doing? We Black folks need to increase our ability to form organizations, security services, neighborhoods, councils, pay a security service, secure your areas. That's kind of stuff we need to be thinking about. We need to do everything ourselves. And we need to put ourselves on the path of that. That's what each of us should be thinking about if you want to survive. So anyway, they're going to say this man suicided themselves right away. That's crazy. The family said Jones was not allowed to see her son after his body was found. So the police protected the body from its parents so they could see, so nobody can get a different narrative. The cases should be treated as a homicide right away. You see, the park where a video took a video of their conversation about an incident, questionable information. They're not allowed. What the police do is stop you from investigating as a family. So we see often where these police officers in these police departments, really, especially these police unions, they protect the criminal. That's what they're for. and they mess us up as far as justice seeking people. So I'm not going to read the whole story, but the bottom line is we got to stay up on that. This is the stuff that's going on. See, three children right here. This is a family man. What? This man is not killing himself. Okay, and a hanging. How you going to climb out? Fuck. I mean, I can't stand this crap. But this is what the situation that we're all living in right now. So now the police finally released this little letter, statement of White Plain. Listen to that. White Plain, Pennsylvania. Interesting name. Statement of White Plain Township Police Department on the death of Dante Jones. White Plain Police Department offers its condolences to the family. We deeply feel sorry for this loss. Lie. The investigation into the death of Jones is ongoing. I thought you said it was a suicide. All right. The department did not close the investigation. We're taking this matter seriously. All right. So why are we depending on the enemy to investigate? All right. So they want to conduct an autopsy and a toxicology report. Okay. Anybody willing to speak? Call them. That means they don't know what the hell's going on. All right. They just want information so they can suppress it. We need a black organization that we can funnel calls in, and we need an investigations unit. I wish we had good investigators, people with experience to form something like that so that and then present it to the community so the community can start supporting these organizations. People who are experienced and knowledgeable in that field. You will be supported because your experience and your skills are required. We need something to investigate for Black people. And we need to open chapters of this stuff and start training each other on how to properly investigate, but we don't have to call these enemies here. We don't have a real option if we want to survive. These people are not providing services for us. You know, their world is falling. And then finally to this here, we have a black, and this it starts with your media, it goes to your businesses. The businesses, Black-owned department store only sells Black-owned products from Africa, the Caribbean, the US, Canada, and Europe. Black-owned, good. This is your only option here if you want to survive. But we got respect as long as their prices are reasonable. And like I said, I understand everybody's at different levels and people believe in what they're believing in. But, the thing is, true, yeah, the prices are reasonable. And, of course, nobody can be putting nobody out of business with their prices. But the point is, really, we got to wean ourselves off of this idea that we have real options. If you're talking about Asians, they don't support you. They make sure if this Black business prices wasn't reasonable, you'll find another Black business not supporting the enemy. And do we really expect right away our Black businesses, because we don't support them, the enemy doesn't support them? How are we going to expect our Black businesses to compete as far as prices with the cheapest prices of a China, of some cheapskate place? We got to understand this is more. It's not about necessarily only the business deals that we think. Okay. And it's not as charity. You support them because that's what you need. Because when you start empowering your own people, that's jobs. Those are more options for you to defend yourself. I mean, I know it's hard for us to understand that. So we got to have, it takes over and over and over again. It takes experiences. It takes us getting our ass beat in these stores and getting poisoned in these stores, getting cheapskate materials. And it takes that kind of stuff for enough of us to realize that we can't be pitting ourselves against our enemy. We got to start discriminating just like they do us. So, and this shows that global Blacks. So I'm going to post it there. And I'm sure some of you guys might look at this. This ain't a diss to nobody, because I love you all. But sometimes we disagree, and we got to also learn how to disagree without being disagreeable. You know, it's all good. We could sit here and have a conversation. It's not about always having to agree, and then just because people disagree, they want to get mad at each other. We got to stop that. So, that's pretty much it there. I just wanted to touch base on that with you guys. And we want to make sure that we understand that we really don't have options. If you're thinking that you're going to survive, and you're going to thrive, then you're not going to be. If you think you're going to survive and thrive, you're not going to be able to depend on the services of these enemies. That's what it is. What's up? What's going on, Shannon? Yeah, police. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't see your comment earlier. Police needs to stop policing black people. They too much of a pain in the ass. They don't. That's their whole point. The police, their job is to police and control black people. That's their whole job. They don't really do anything else. Even down there in Uvalde or in whatever, Buffalo, or all these other mass shootings with Chicago. Chicago, they want to blame black people who go to work every day and pay their taxes and do everything for all the shooting. Who are we paying to solve these crimes? You pay the devil, you pay them to solve the crime. They're supposed to be CSI and experts and all that crap, but they don't do nothing. So what's the point of them? So, guys, that's it. That's all. We don't really have an option if you want to survive. If you think you got an option, you can sit there, keep on supporting your enemy, keep on calling the police, getting killed when if nobody's going to get hurt, they're just going to ignore your situation. And then when you take it into your own hands, then they're going to arrest you. That's how they do it. That's what they do.